Cheryl Latimer, and I am a stone and cement sculptor and part-time painter, I guess. Used to be a graphic designer, but now just working full-time as an artist. And I am working up here at Peter Pan Mini Golf right now for the past year and a half. Renovating everything. I was up here about 2 years ago with my neighbor's kids, and I was taking them to play around a golf, and the whale was completely broken. I thought, okay, I need a project and I know I can fix the whale. So I left a note saying I can fix the whale, and they called me about 3 months later, and then a month after that I started working on the whale, and that was all I was supposed to do. And since then, I've been here for about 20 months, and I've redone everything, and I've repainted everything, and now I'm just making new pieces for them. I have a graphic design background. I worked for ad agencies for about 25 years, doing presentation work, and I learned to carve at the Elizabeth Ney Sculpture Conservatory that's no longer there. The brothers Joseph and Jeep Kincannon taught me how to carve. And from there, I just sort of did freelance graphic design. And then maybe 3 years ago, I decided, okay, it's time for me to make a living doing sculptures. And Amy's called me. I did the Amy's cows, the cement cows on North Burnett and the ones on South Lamar at the Phil's Ice House. And then after I did that, I was looking for a project, so I came up to Peter Pan, left a note, they called me, and I've been here for, by the time I'm done, I'll be here for 2.5 years. But then after that, I have another project with Amy's lined up in far North Austin. So we'll see what happens after that. Maybe I'll be getting more work in Austin because I like staying in my hometown. I went to McCallum High School, so I've been here for a very, very long time. This used to be a giant skull, and actually I have the skull in my backyard now, and it's part of my theme at my house. But I made this, and I'm actually really, really proud of this one because it actually looks like a real skull. Quite a cartoon, even though it is. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with him, my longhorn. When the Parade of Cows was in Austin last year, I did the Day of the Dead Cow that was in front of By George across from Whole Foods on Lamar. The one that had it was the skeleton of the cow with the morning glories growing up all around it. And after the longhorn, I made the horny toad. I was trying to keep a theme going, like I replaced a skull with a skull, and the horny toad replaced like a flattened alligator head. So I figured replace a reptile with a reptile. So I made this, and then after him, let's see what came next. After the horny toad, I made the pirate, which is right down the stairs here. And he replaced another pirate that was here that was falling apart. So I made him and gave him a little parrot, which I like the parrot. It's kind of cool. So, and all of these are welded rebar with mesh over them, and over that is concrete, and then I end up painting the concrete. And oh, I also fixed up Peter Pan. He was falling apart. I did a little work on him also. Let's see. So after him, after the pirate here, I did the Dalmatian and the puppies. I made the 3 puppies in the ball, and I reworked the actual dog. Before it was like a big red, like Clifford, it looked like Clifford the big red dog. But it was facing out because Peter Pan used to be on this level, and it used to be, see where McDonald's is? That all used to be Peter Pan also. And when they sold that, they moved everything up, but this dog used to overlook the rest of Peter Pan. And now it was just looking at the fence, and they wanted something to draw in and make more interest. So I built him, and I gave him a little dog pen, a little Texas shaped dog pen. But this is actually my favorite piece that I did because I love the puppies. I think they're really fun. And I've really enjoyed doing this project because the owners let me paint anything pretty much the way I want to. I mean, I'm pretty much have complete control of creative. I have freedom, complete creative freedom, which is very nice. Okay, well, I redid Captain Hook. He wasn't Captain Hook before. I turned him into Captain Hook. Before, he used to have a hand out like this, and it was kind of odd. So I cut it off and made it into a giant hook, and I gave him a sword also, and gave him the little cap and the circular mustache, the handlebar mustache. And actually, he was interesting. When I was cutting off his old hand, the entire sculpture moved on me. And I was up on a ladder with a sawzall, not knowing what was going on. So I got down and actually touched him, and his leg was broken, so I had to repair the leg and make the boot bigger and stronger. So he was very interesting. Another one of those things that moved on me while I was working on it. So then, let's see, I also made this pennybacker bridge out of metal. It's sort of reminiscent of our 360 bridge. And that was the whole point, to give it kind of a little bit of taste of Austin. And then after this, I made the Tinkerbell, which I'm really, really pleased with. It's the largest piece I've ever made, and it's turned out pretty well. Tinkerbell with the teapot and the cup. And the one thing, I never painted eyebrows on her. I need to do that badly. But yeah, she's pretty sweet. I really enjoyed doing this. It way sturdy, and you can crawl up it pretty easily because the kids like to crawl and everything around here. So I really like how airy it is too, considering it's cement. There's a lot of piercing through it. It seems a lot lighter than it actually is, because cement, you never think about making it really flowy. So I'm actually very proud of this piece. And I'm going to be doing 3 more cement pieces, and they're going to be ants. And this is going to be the hole that they're basically around. But they're going to be one of them is going to be playing the snare drums, another one's going to have a guitar, and then over that area there's going to be a giant taco with an ant, a torch ant, a female torch singing ant leaning against it with like a 1950s microphone. So those are my next pieces I'm going to be doing after I redo the clock tower and add a mouse to the top of it. And I'm going to be building an ATM cover too. So I've been busy up here. So these are the ants I'm going to be making here. This is one with the drum, the snare drum and boots, with the boots on and stuff. And then there's the guy with the guitar. And this one is going to be the vampy female torch singer on a taco. So those are the next sculptures I'll be doing here at Peter Pan. So I'm really looking forward to those. I think they're going to be a lot of fun. And they also give a real Austin vibe, being musicians. So there's Porky Pig over here, and Glenn Dismukes originally built him, and all I really did with him was repaint, and he needed a repaint pretty badly. So he's looking pretty dapper now, and I like him. He's cute. And I fixed up the clown too. The whole back of his head was caved in and had to be rebuilt. So I gave him a little more expression, a little more smile, and added a peacock feather to the fedora and painted the fedora pretty nice. Glenn Dismukes originally made the clown also. So the clown, the pig, and the pig were both based off of the banks that they used to give to kids in the 1950s from banks, you know, and he based a lot of his things off that. The Peter Pan, which we haven't seen yet up front, was based off the Jolly Green Giant from the commercial. Do you remember the commercial of the Jolly Green Giant? Ho, 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 Green Giant. There's that loop-de-loop. That was crazy. Stripping all the old paint off of it. I mean, I was underneath here with a grinder, right, with a metal brush on it for hours, like grinding off, and I could barely move my arm and it would slip. And it cut me pretty bad one day, but because it took like 4 days to grind all the paint off. And it was, because it was that thick, the paint was that thick. I mean, you're looking at, the place was established in 48, so you're looking at like 60 years of paint that I had to remove. And it was scary. I mean, it truly was, because metal against metal, when it pops and it's going so fast with the power tools. When I would left every day, I would take the mask off and I would just be red. I mean, like red, so red from the paint. It was bad. And I made all the new signs too for the place. Things that I've learned to do that I didn't know I could. Painted the little thing here, and let's go in. I redid the floor and the walls. I'm pretty happy with it. First time I've ever done a mosaic. I get to experiment here a little bit, which is nice. So I wanted to make a place for the women to put their drinks and their purses down, because there was no place. And I added the mirrors, and I did the mosaic mirrors just because I wanted a mirror in the women's restroom. They didn't want a full mirror because they were afraid people would break it. So I figured if it was already broken, no one could break it. So that's why I did the mosaic funhouse mirrors in this place. And then the men's restroom, I'm sorry, it's so dirty. It's gross. They haven't cleaned it up in here yet. This is a lot better than it used to be. But the one good thing, now they're just tagging these and not the walls anymore. So that's good, I guess. So this is the clubhouse, and in the next few months I'm going to be painting the entire outside with a pattern and a design, and I'll be redoing the inside of the clubhouse also, and I'm going to be doing some t-shirt designs for this place too. So I still have quite a few things to do here. Oh, and the thing that I'm most proud of, you got to follow me for this. I'm actually a stone carver by trade, so I got to actually carve one piece, and it was this. And I'm kind of happy I got to carve a piece here. So I carved it with hammers and chisels, just old school carving. That's what I like to do. I just don't do it that much anymore because I'm doing so many cement sculptures. I had a project this summer where I made clay models of gargoyles and architectural details that were scanned in and put into wood for a private garage, a 4,500 square foot garage that someone was making for his Formula One race cars. So that was my summer project this summer. It was kind of interesting. I had never done clay before, so I told them, sure, I can do it, so I did it. But yeah, that's how I do it. With the cement sculptures, I'd never done cement sculptures before when Amy's approached me to do the cows, so I bought a book and learned how to do cement sculptures. So that's sort of my theme. Yeah, I can do it. I can do anything. I added the Pegasus on top of the lighthouse, and I repainted the lighthouse also. The Pegasus was an old plastic horse I bought at the toy store, and I added wings to it and repainted it. It's not gonna look identical to that, but so, and this week I'm gonna be building the mouse to put up there and cutting out all the letters and everything to add to it. You would be surprised by how many golf balls I've gotten hit by. People love their mini golf and they want to play even a hole that's being worked on and not warn you. So the summer of 2011, when it was so horribly hot in Austin, I had to work at night up here. I would work from midnight to 8 a.m. Otherwise, if I worked during the day, the materials, the cement and the paint wouldn't work. The cement would dry too quickly and the paint would literally peel off of the cement as I was putting it on because the heat was so bad. So I was up here for 3 or 4 months working at night. I went to the Art Institute of Houston. I have an associate's degree in graphic design. I never went to fine art school. I never studied fine art. I sort of learned on my own. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but it works for me. If I could do anything I wanted to, I just want to create things. That's all I want to do. So I want to create things until the day I die. I would like to teach kids how to create things. I would actually like to I would love to teach children so they have something that they can grasp onto and love as much as I do. I think that's what's most important to me, really. I've been working on this project for, 20 months, and I figure I have another 6 months to go on it before I'm done. But I think that they will be calling me back once a year to fix and repaint things, probably for the rest of my lifetime, or until I can't work anymore. But, yep, that's it.